Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Basketball Wife Season 7, Episode 13. I'm like, damn, it's going down. So we find out that Christian is going around telling Evelyn the business of what Cece said about them and going to their jobs and find out what they do for work, because they came to her job talking crap and saying that she does this and she does that. So Cece's definitely, outnumbered in this situation, because Christian is definitely down with Jennifer and Evelyn, and she's going back and telling everything that she can tell. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. And then so it makes sense when Jennifer said that, Christian said that her and Cece are just surface friends. It makes sense because now we hear Cece tell Jackie that, when Christian was pregnant, she didn't even bother telling Byron or Cece that she was pregnant. When they finally told them, they was on their way to the Philippines because they planned a trip, and then she ended up giving birth to her baby. So now that's something they can blame Cece for. Now Cece's the bad person because Byron went to the Philippines when she was due with her baby, but they didn't know that she was pregnant. And why would Thomas want to keep from his father that his first child that he's having, his firstborn, his only child, and tell his grandfather that, his father that, hey, listen, you're about to be a grandfather? Why would he want to tell his father that? And this actually happened 3 years ago. So this have to be around the time that Byron and his wife separated or got a divorce. So that's why it went down like that. And so it's a lot going on with that situation, but it's not Cece's fault. Byron got a divorce. He left her. So, what's good? What's going on? Why blame Cece for the situation? And then, why blame Cece for the situation? And why is, Christian thinking that Jennifer and Evelyn are like her road dogs? She just met these women. She don't even know them. It just really doesn't make sense. And especially when Evelyn said, oh, I heard from Christian that Cece was talking about us. I was like, damn, that's so foul, that's so messed up. It's real shadiness going on. So we have we have Christian. She's talking to her mom on the phone, and she's telling her about her and her situation with Cece, and she needs to talk to her because it is getting out of hand, because now her husband Thomas is not speaking to his father, so it's a big situation, and Byron hasn't been over to see their daughter. It's up to Byron. That has nothing to do with Cece. Anytime Byron want to get in his car, walk up the street, jog up the street, he can go see his granddaughter. It's not Cece holding him back from seeing his granddaughter. He just don't like the drama. He knows there's drama going on, and he don't want no parts of it. That's what it seems like in that situation. But it seems like Christian is totally throwing the blame at Cece, like she's holding Byron hostage. She's a grown-ass man, and he knows he loves his family. So there's something else going on with the situation between him and his son, because Byron left his Thomas's mother. So now that's a situation, and Thomas might feel a certain type of way about it, because nobody likes to see their parents get divorced and move on with their life. Everybody wants their mother and father to stay together, especially if it's not an abusive or a violent relationship or verbal bad relationship, So now Cece was like, so now Christian is all like, well, I hope Cece doesn't come for me and go for the juggler. And then, Christian mom is like, oh, you know how Cece is, she goes for the juggler. If you don't have to get dirty like her, all you got to do is walk away. Well, Christian's already dirty because she's going behind Cece's back and talking to the ops and the enemies that actually started the rumor in the first place about Cece. The reason why Cece is not friends with Jennifer or Evelyn's because they're going around spreading rumors about her, making fun of her, saying that she's giving $5 holla holla, she's giving happy endings at her job, and saying she's at her job chasing down young men and things like that. So why would she want to be friends with them? And then when she tried to make peace with them and invite her to her job, they done cussed her out and was so rude and disrespectful to her, drunk up all her liquor, ate her food, and then walked out like they were the HBIC in charge. So why would Cece want to hang around with Jennifer or Evelyn, especially if they didn't even apologize? They even, Jennifer and Evelyn even blame even blame Christian, saying that she didn't give the information correctly to Cece because we said we were joking. They was not joking at all, because why is she still saying, Evelyn said to, Shawnee that, oh, listen, it's not like we sell Pussy. So she's saying that, throwing shot at Cece because she started that rumor saying that Cece was given happy endings. So they still spreading rumors and they still being low down and dirty, and Christian is a part of that team. So I don't blame Cece or Byron to avoid Christian because she jumped ship like that with other people. Even though they're having family issues and family problems, that doesn't mean that you turn against your family and jump on the team with the ops. You work it out. You try to come to a common ground. So moving on from that situation, so Christian was like, I didn't hire the nanny. The nanny was terrible. No, you terrible. For real. The way that, you terrible. So then moving on from that situation, we get to, Tammy, she's talking to Reggie about getting married, and she's telling him that she's not sure that she wants to get married and she's not ready to, because what if he wants to have kids? What if he wants to do this? And right now she's not ready to have kids because right now she's moving a different way in her life, and she might not want to be a stay-at-home mom or, worrying about a small child when she got 2 adults now and her career is moving and popping off. So, a baby might get into the way of that, and she doesn't want to deny Reggie of that. But some people say that Tammy doesn't want to let go of her payments, her spousal support that she is actually getting from her ex-husband. That's what some people say. I have no idea if that is still going on after all these years. But I guess you can collect spousal support until you die or until you get remarried. And once you get remarried, then the support stops. So some people saying it's that. I just really think that she's not ready to marry Reggie. And she doesn't want to do that yet. Like, she doesn't want to be married again. I don't think she wants to be married. I don't think that she doesn't love Reggie. I just don't think she wants to go down the aisle, because what if they get a divorce and then they got to split properties, split money, and all of Reggie's not broke. You know what I mean? He has money and he has even more earning potential too as well. But I just don't think she wants to go down that road. And then she wants him to have an easy out if he really decides that at one time and point while they're dating or together that he actually wants to have a baby. And Tammy got a lot of career opportunities going on too now as well. So Reggie's upset. He feels bad. He feels like it's a coward way out. He feels like it's messed up. He feels like, Tammy is just adding pressure onto herself. She's making a big deal out of nothing. It doesn't have to be that big. He thinks it's normal. You fall in love, you love somebody, and you get married. That's the thing to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And he's absolutely right. And especially being a young man and have that type of mind is absolutely good. So then we move on to Tammy and Malaysia and Zell. They meet up and they talk about the PSA and what went down with Jen, and Jen talking about, pepper spray, and then that she was going to pepper spray Tammy, then also saying, and then Tammy talking about like, I was like, damn, I don't want to get pepper spray. I need my eyes, child. And and so Malaysia also saying that Jennifer was actually baiting Tammy because she wanted to pepper spray her too as well. And she said Jen was off the chain. So that's probably some things that they didn't show us that they edited out of the situation. So then after that, that's when Zell was like, how come you guys are bad? And he was like, I'm mad at you guys. And it was like, why? Because you guys let, aka Dragon Breath, walk around town with her breath stinking and everything, and you never said that. You let her breathe all in your face and stuff like that. I was like, you were so shady, Zells. And he was like, she need a new set of teeth, she need a new bag, she need new shoes, she need a new wardrobe, she need a new everything. And then Tammy was like, well, she probably got a rotten tooth. And so then Malaysia was like, she needs an enema. And then Tammy was like, yeah, because she's full of shit. Yeah, she is full of shit all day. So they're having a kiki. They're laughing about that situation, but it's not, they're not angry. They're not really upset or whatever. And Malaysia is then her confessional talking about Jennifer's. She's like from like the Lifetime channel, like single black female. Like she's just really like crazy. The way she was baiting, the way that she wanted a situation, the way that she's acting at this time and point. She's acting like she's innocent, like she didn't do nothing wrong. And then she tried at that on the last episode. The episode before last, try to say that, Tammy started the rumor again. Like, come on, like, you really played yourself real bad. So we have Malaysia talk about, like, she donated clothes to, like a woman's shelter and things like that. Now she wants to do that. She washed all her clothes, went to the dry cleaners, did all that good stuff. And she wants the ladies to join her as well and donating clothes to women that need clothes and children and things like that. And it was like she wants to get all the ladies together. And Zell and, Tammy said exactly at the same time, who you inviting? Who's invited? And she was like, of course, Jennifer's not invited. And I'm not inviting Cece or Christian because they still got some crazy situation going on. They look really bad. They're not trying to fix it. So you know what? I'd rather not have them around me because I don't want to be down with the fakeness. I don't want to be down with that situation. Right now, Malaysia sounds okay, but it sounds like the last episode she was really thinking that Cece was the wrong person. And it could be both, but it seems like it's Christian more because Christian is actually going behind Cece back and talking about her to Jennifer and Evelyn, which she knows that she has a problem with. The only reason why Cece has a problem with Evelyn and Jennifer is because they started rumors about her and didn't want to own up to it, then said it was a joke, then dissed her and disrespected her at her workplace. So moving on from that situation, so Shawnee meets up with Jackie and they're about to go to, she's telling Jackie, let's go to Amsterdam, let's do the damn thing. And she was like, Jackie, have you ever smoked? Jackie was like, yeah, but it made me crazy. I could feel my heart beating. And then, Shawnee was like, I don't know if I really want you to smoke because I don't want you to be running up and down the street in Amsterdam acting up with your breast boobs all hanging out. And so she was like, okay, yeah. And so Jackie was like, yo, you should invite, CC, you should invite OG or whatever, Blase in the third. And so, Shawnee was like, yeah, okay, I'll invite them. It sounds good, no problem. Especially Shawnee wanted to invite Cece because she heard from Jackie right at the table that Jackie said, well, Cece called, Jennifer and Evelyn dummies. She called them dumber and dumber. And Shawnee was like, for real? She was like, and Jackie was like, yeah. And she was like, she called Evelyn a dummy to her face. And so Jackie was like, yeah, she did. And then Shawnee was like, okay, then she's invited. See, she knows she loves ruffling feathers and she loves the mess. Shawnee was like, she can come because she called Evelyn dumb to her face. So that means that she ain't scared of Evelyn because a lot of people are scared of Evelyn. And so I don't know who. Well, there are some people, we done seen it in the past. So moving on from that situation. So she was like, Tammy's not coming because she's having some situation with Reggie. And plus she doesn't want to be bothered with Evelyn and deal with Evelyn across the country. So it makes sense the reason why, Tammy walked off the stage because she's done. She's too through with the bullshit. She just don't want to be bothered with negativity. And so it seems like it's going to be a good situation. So right then and there. So that was like, all right. And then Shawnee was like, she's not inviting Jennifer because she didn't want to hear about her AKA receipts, AKA no receipts, AKA lying, AKA desperate, AKA want attention. She don't want to hear none of that from her. She's done ditto. She don't want to talk to her, see her, or whatever. Only way I think that, Jennifer and Shawnee will make up, it will probably be next season. If they actually bring Jennifer back next season, that would be a storyline for both Jen and Shawnee to work on, in my opinion. And so we get to the event of, the ladies donating their clothes. And actually, Jackie shows up with her clothes. Tammy shows up with her clothes. Malaysia got her clothes. And then when Tammy walks in, she looked all pretty too with her little finger waves. She looked pretty. She looked nice to me. She looked like she was good. Like, her weight loss didn't look bad. It didn't look like people saying it. She looked good to me. Especially that black hair and the way that she had them waves going. You go, Tammy. In my opinion, I really think that she looked nice. And Shawnee's been looking really good this season. I mean, this episode, Shawnee looked really good. She looks different. Something's brand new with Shawnee. Shawnee got a man somewhere on a DL. So getting back to the situation, Tammy tells us about when she was 15 years old that she was homeless, because her mom lost her job. And so Tammy was like, we're all one paycheck away from one paycheck away from being homeless. And she also said that they lived out the car or whatever. I was like, damn, Tammy's been through some real things. And I see at her age now, she's probably tired of the fugaziness. And then guess who walks through the door OG, she walks to the door, and I thought she was Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons. I swear she looked just like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons. It is that she pushed her afro way too back around the side, like she had a receding hairline. But OG is pretty. I ain't got no problem with OG. She's Nigerian. I got Nigerian in my family. I got a lot of Nigerians in my family. So let's keep it moving. But she did look like Krusty the Clown. I'm sorry. So then OG shows up with no bags. OG don't have nothing in her hand. They're looking at her. Tammy's looking at her like, what? They all looking at her like, what's in your hand? Where's your stuff? And she was like, listen, guys, I forgot my stuff. Like, it was such a horrible day. I had a flat tire. Everything was happening. Everything was going on. It was just such a horrible. So I just said, let me just show up anyway. And so she was like, I was thinking about going to buy something and bring in. Then Tammy was like, why didn't you? Zell was like, there's a store right next door. I was like, they are so wrong. Zell was so wrong. He was like, there's a store right next door. And then Zell's talking to the ladies like she could have stayed somewhere with her horrible day. Because if I had a horrible day, like she had a horrible day on a horrible day, I would have stayed at home and had my horrible self at home. I was like, Zell, you need to stop it. And then Zell was like, how you going to show it with nothing? And they're looking at her, and OG was just sitting there. She was an OG sitting there, getting crucified. I don't know if OG actually forgot, to bring the stuff. Maybe she didn't have anything to give. Maybe she donated somewhere else. Maybe she just didn't have it because, sometimes people get on the show and they got to fake the funk like they have it so people could start liking them and not calling them names and this and that. And maybe she doesn't have it. Maybe she didn't have extra clothes she can give away. We don't know what she has. It may look like she got money, but maybe she don't. Maybe she rented everything. Who knows? But I don't know. I wouldn't have came if I didn't have anything in hand. I would have brought food or something. I would have stopped and got food, and I would have catered the place with food or something like that. Bring some chips, bring some snacks, bring some sandwiches, bring something to eat, some fruit, some vegetables, something that when the people come in, at least they can eat if I can't offer them, any clothes, because maybe the people that are coming in are hungry. I wonder if some of the people took them expensive labels and clothes and sold them, but I wonder if the ladies actually put out their really expensive clothes that cost a lot of money, because a lot of people sell their old clothes online. So moving on from that situation, Zell is just keep going talking about, OG's like, look at her over there. Then Zell was like, everybody that donated, come on, let's take a picture. All the people that donated, let's take a picture. And then he was like, okay, OG, can you take a picture of us? Because I want to get a picture of all the people that donated. I was like, oh, that's so wrong. But it was so funny at the same time. I'm with him. People do shit like that. Like, yo, and it was like, OG made a rookie mistake, but she handled it like an OG, and she stayed there, and they appreciate her even coming and volunteering. At least she did that, because she could have been a no call, no show, but she still came through empty-handed. But she gave her time, and time is worth everything. You can't get time back. You can get them clothes back, but you can't get time back. So that situation went down. So that was cool or whatever. But I was like, when he said, come on, everybody take our picture, I was like, yo. And so then we have Evelyn and Shawnee. They sit down, and she talks about, going to Amsterdam for her dispensary and learning. And then she says that Tammy's not coming, and, she's inviting Cece. And then that's when Evelyn was like, oh, you inviting Cece? I can't stand her. I don't like her, and she talking about us, about jobs, talking about, like, let me go to their jobs, talking about we don't got jobs and we don't got this or whatever. And then Evelyn was also like, I know because Christian told me to as well. And Evelyn was like, it's not like we sell PUSSY, because she alluded in the rumor that Cece was selling, her booty. And then on top of that, what Evelyn was like, I put my daughter to college. Evelyn, you sell to the highest bidder, and the bidder gotta have millions for you, baby, because you on the market and you offer sell each and every day of the week. As long as he has enough money, it's all good. So anyway, she's acting like she ain't never sold her PUSSY. Come on, Evelyn, missing me with that. Shawnee couldn't even keep a straight face when Evelyn said that. She's like, I put my daughter to college. I did this and I did that. And she said she doesn't like CC at all. And she thinks she's better than us. No, Evelyn, you think you better than everybody else, because that's why you came after her, spread them rumors, and went up to her job when she invited you guys, and you act a complete fool. And then on top of that, you didn't even apologize to Cece. And you just mad because she actually got a real career because she's a nurse and she does Botox. And Evelyn's like, oh, she just does Botox. She just push Botox on people. Like, you never had Botox. Like, you never had work done. You need people like Cece to be around, baby. She might not cure cancer, but she can cure ugliness. So moving on from that situation, and also, so Evelyn asks, Shawnee, she's going to bring Jennifer, and Shawnee was like, no, I don't want to talk about Jen. I don't want to bring that up like right now. I'm just too done with her. I don't want to bring that negativity over there. Blase and the third, but we find out that Evelyn's going to bring Jen anyway. But didn't Jen get so mad because Jackie brought a +1 or Malaysia brought a +1, and she talked about how rude and how tacky it is when you bring an extra person on when they're not invited, and all this other stuff she was getting at Malaysia and everything like that, because Jackie had a +1 and then Malaysia had a +1. She was like, it's rude, it's tacky, you didn't get invited, you didn't get an invitation. So now she's doing the same thing that she got on Jackie and Malaysia and Brandy for. She's doing the same exact thing. See the hypocrisy of the bull crap. So moving on from that situation, shady. So we move on from that situation, and then on top of that, we move on to Shawnee and her kids. They get in an apartment, they go look at a loft for her son Miles. When he goes, there's birds around here and cages and stuff, and then she's like, oh yeah, maybe some black, I don't know what Shawnee said, but she said something about, maybe some black people got the birds, and then black people around, and then might as well ain't no black people around here. Since when did you ever see black people keep birds in cages? I don't know one black person ever that keeps a bird in a cage. I don't know any, not one. So moving on from that, Miles is going to be the manager of his younger brother, and he's also going to be running the dispensary. She has faith in her kids. The loft is too small. It ain't big enough. So they're going to be moving forward on that situation, find somewhere else to live. And so moving on from that situation, then we have Jennifer and Evelyn. They meet up and they at the spa, and Jennifer is trying to Evelyn is trying to convince Jennifer to go to Amsterdam, and you should come, and I need you to talk to Shawnee so I can get my crew back together, my friends back together, while the witch ain't around, while Tammy's not around lying and making up stuff, because everything that she says sound believable, and witches is not. I was like, damn, she's really going in at Tammy, but it's not Tammy's fault. Only thing Tammy did was tell the secret. That's the only thing Tammy did. What Jennifer did was make up the rumor, so it's not. And Evelyn's like, they're both at fault. No, they're not both at fault. She just told the secret. She didn't tell the secret when she first heard it. She told it a year later, but she told the secret, and that doesn't make her the bad person. It doesn't make her part of the problem. Jennifer is the one that's the problem, because she made up a rumor and she made up a lie. And if she didn't do that, there wouldn't be no secret to tell. And if she would have told Shawnee herself, then there was nothing Tammy could run and tell. Thank you very much. And then on top of that, Jennifer had the nerve to say, oh, Shawnee's mad at me for a rumor that's not even true. Yeah, a rumor that you made up, a rumor that you tried to destroy people around you that's supposed to be your friends and you care about, then trying to get Malaysia in on the bullshit. So therefore, you seem like a really volatile, nasty human being. And if you was a good person and you really felt sorry for it, as soon as the rumor came out, when you guys had that little powwow or retreat, you would have said ASAP, I started the rumor, I spread the rumor, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And I did tell Tammy about the rumor. I did tell Malaysia about the rumor. I was wrong. I was mad at Evelyn, and it's my fault. And if you would have said that, I guarantee you Shawnee would have forgave you if you would have said that. But then you kept lying. So that means like you wasn't sorry. You were still a liar, and you were still trying to be manipulative and trying to throw somebody else under the bus and not take the blame for what you did. You started a rumor. You spreaded a rumor, and it's your fault. It's the same thing that Evelyn is mad at Cece because Cece got mad at her talking about this rumor. So now Evelyn is mad at Cece because Cece is upset about Evelyn and Jennifer spreading a rumor about her, but she doesn't have a right to be mad. She doesn't have a right to be upset about it when these ladies don't even feel sorry about it. Come on. And they're apologetic. When you apologize and then it's not real, people can feel it. So anyway, so we have that situation going on, and so now Evelyn has a bright idea to bring Jennifer over there to Amsterdam so nobody can get into Shawnee's ear. Maybe Shawnee will actually listen to Jennifer since Tammy's not around. Like Tammy runs Shawnee, like Tammy tells Shawnee what to do, like Tammy is Shawnee boss. Come on, miss me with that crap. So then anyways, moving on from that, then we find out next episode, Evelyn's going to have the nerve to say something racist to Cece. So moving on from that, we have Reggie and Tammy. They meet up for dinner and they actually make up and they actually going to stay together and try to be together. And that's just how it's going to be. And then we have Jackie and we have Cece. They talk and Jackie is eating the fruit that Cece gave her. And Jackie had the nerve to say, it's just, Cece was like, it gets all over your face. And Jackie was like, oh, like coochie all over your face. And she started eating it a little bit and then she put it down. She was like, oh, I don't want to eat none of that. So we see Jackie don't like coochie. Right there and then we know Jackie's been acting and playing around. She ain't into women like that. Because she would have been eating, you know, Jackie would eat and play with fruit and animals. She was like, I'm putting that down. So anyways, peace, I'm out. One love.